uploading a video, so I don't know how my lag will be. It might be unbearable. Ah, I'm already on the scoreboard. Okay. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Okay. It seems to be okay. I've got 17 minutes of a video upload to YouTube of this amazing game of Magnus Carlsen's Nakamura, and that's why I was kind of keen to kind of keep that download going. Can I play this? Light A5? Is that interesting? Not sure actually what it does. What does it do? If I play for bishop B7, is that any good? If I don't know, this upload is going to be, does it say percentage? It doesn't really. If I hover over it, it says, no, it doesn't say percentage or anything. Okay, can I put this bishop over here? Well, the speed doesn't seem that bad. Usually I think I'd have to restart the machine as well, and I wasn't that bothered. And okay. So what about rook A5 here? If I play for queen A8, is that any good? Am I getting into big trouble? Use that C5 square to attack A4. I think I have to take here, otherwise this bishop's going to be in trouble. What about bishop F6? Is that any good? Try and pin this down. I think trebling is to the point here, unless E5 is going to be a problem again. Get rid of this bishop. On F3, then treble. It's rook G7, I suppose. There's bishop H4 as well if I want to nick a pawn. There's rook G7 here, that could be pretty embarrassing. Maybe I didn't want to do that. Ah. Okay, there's what's going on here? Queen G2, am I in big trouble? That's interesting. Can I play for F4 to try and support the bishop for a moment? There's rook F7 now. There's knight A4 to follow. Is he mucking this up? If I get rid of that battery, that'd be something. So getting rid of the battery, maybe bishop takes F4 to follow if the queen moves. I'll just get rid of the battery here. Okay, there's rook A1 check. I'll try and come down with this rook on the 7th. Mind you, there's C5 here tactically. If I want to sort of protect G7, attack the queen. Queen D5, knight D3. Okay, so knight C4, knight D3. There's knight F2, that could be useful. For queen E7. Okay, so he's got knight G5, which is a pain. But I'm getting rid of some pieces with maybe a better ending at knight up. Just protect the rook with rook B2 for knight D3. Okay, so I'm going to play knight D3. I'm hoping that my YouTube upload will give me a bit of speed boost soon. King F6 and G5 for rook G2. Just threatening G5 now, mating. Okay, so G5 remains the threat. Is he going to take on G7? That's the only move. Rojak's gone to 12 points. Okay, I'm on 6, so I can't get a progress of this upload. I expect it to be finished in about 10 minutes, and that should give me a speed boost anyway, but it's not too bad. Okay, okay, I can mention it. I wasn't sure about playing, but okay, let's go. So I think e4 here. Ah, that helps. So 52 have entered. It was starting slow, the entries, and I thought wasn't sure how much fun it might be, but it's good fun at the moment. So can I play for e5 and f5, f5, e4, or not? Giving him some light squares, but depriving the knight for f5. So let's see how this works out. Neutralize this light square pressure. Get that e5 square for life. So knight g4 and knight e5. Also gives me access to e3 here. Try and extend the scope of this bishop with knight e3. Mind you, f7 is vulnerable, so castle for a moment. Okay, I'm not sure the point of that. I think knight e3 is going to be a cool move here, just to get into those dark squares. Maybe even f5 coming up, is that out of the question? Actually bishop e5 or knight e5 to go to g4 could be useful. I'll go to g4 here, that protects e3. I wonder about, say, c5, trying to weaken these dark squares. Okay. I don't know, f6 is a bit radical. Weakening my king a bit to weaken his pawns. Others knight e6 to factor in. There's takes and queen h4 to factor in there. So queen h4 here, there's knight g6 winning my queen. Okay. In this position, there's knight f7. So let's get rid of the rook. We're at it. Okay, will he allow queen h4? So d takes queen h4, it's serious threats without any immediate checks. I'm on d8, so I've rooked d8, I think I'll just take that actually. Check, doesn't go anywhere in any case. So knight's covering h1. So let's say queen e4, queen g3, queen h2, or e2 here. Might be dangerous for queen. More serious threats. Oh, there's queen f8. Oh, I've just been mated. I didn't see that. I had bishop c5 check as well. Oh, just let queen f8. That's a shame. It's bishop c5. Bishop c5 there. That's a bit tragic. Or is it? Oh, no, he had rook d7. It wasn't check. I'll just play. So maybe I was losing that. Maybe I was losing that. Possibly. Oh, Tazik, strong player. Let's just accept a draw there against them. Try and rack up some wins. Having counter going. Oh, not good against knight f3 though. Mind you, I get a sort of gambit anyway here. Always played it. Okay. This looks a little bit like it could be fun. Especially here. Knight c3 looks pretty dangerous. Bishop a6 if he takes on c6. Queen h4 takes rook f2, king d3. So they'll make that. So I'm waiting for this bishop a6. Okay, so bishop a6 looks pretty strong. Let's say queen d4, friendly mate. Check king d1. Knight f2 doesn't do anything. So let's just defend this for a moment. Defending there as well. So I think check, knight f2, king c1. I want to do that. I just want to kick the queen here. I think I'll kick the queen after. Like, I can't kick the queen here, unfortunately. Let's just play this here. Ah. Okay, so is rook f2 working? I'm on b2 here. That looks quite good. Okay. Okay, so bishop e3 or anything stronger. Knight c3, rook e3. He's on my rook. Okay, let's take this guy. Now he's on d5 and e8. So I wonder about... it's not too clever. So let's say knight f4, rook b2. Oh dear, this isn't how I anticipated things. To be a knight down, but his rook's kind of stranded on h1. My back row's weak. I have to get this guy up, I think. No, I don't want any nasty checks. I keep going with this to h3. Blimey, how things have got complicated. Can't win a2 anyway. From what looked like earlier a great position is now very tricky. A knight down, not good. A knight f6 is threatening extermination because of that mating on h7. Kind of nuisance check. I'm going to keep his king away. Can I get rid of his resources here for the 8 pawn? 10 seconds. Eight seconds, I think pre-move time. Whoa dear. I've messed this up big time. What a disaster. From complete disaster I thought for him, I turned that into a disaster area. Okay, this should be okay. Is he going to take? So knight f3, queen d5, bishop c4, or just bishop d3 here. Okay, can I just put this castle, knight d4, that sort of thing. So I'm on that bishop there. Possibly bishop f4 is a good idea. And queen f3. And then something like rook a1. I'll just take it for a moment. The queen is on. Offering the exchange. Take here instead. Well, I can still take a pawn to be a pawn up. Right, is he going to take my queen? Okay. I get tempo here. I think c4 might be handy. Bishop d4, holding up e3 anyway. Rook f1 and bishop c5 for a cheapo. On f8. I've got to stop knight f4 anyway. So I want to play for bishop c5, I guess. And there's bishop a3 if I want to hold on to Island. There's knight e3 is dangerous. I've got to get my king out of everything. If I go back for this little cheapo, I don't know if that's even working. You can do that and then go rook d2, cd. That's not even working. Okay, can I get my king out anyway? Okay, if I can get rook a7 and try and get some tiny advantage here, with I'm pawn down over there. a5 I'm playing for rook b6. Might be an idea. This one might be a bit loose. So a5 playing for rook b6. I'm taking here. Bit dangerous, isn't that really? a5 for rook g5 is a little cheapo there. He plays oh, just rook takes g3. No need for cheapos. Oh, maybe there was. Whoops. So the king's going to be kicked around, I suppose. I have to get behind that, avoid my king being checked. But it's hard to see how I can make any progress here. I can try and win on time. He's only got 5 seconds. It's a bit naughty, but I don't know what else to do. King g6. Isn't that a terrible game? Can I actually stop playing any better, any worse, or any better? Ideally. So let's see. French defense maybe. Quick c5. My lag status, I don't know if this is, oh, it says okay. Okay. It's giving me quick pressure on f2. Play this to shield that e file. Actually, there's bishop f2 here. There's knight d4 after. I think just queen b6 remains a threat here. On f2 at least. So I'm playing something like bishop g4 next. Knight a4 could be useful, so he protects this and he threatens knight, well, potentially knight a4, not here. Knight e5, queen b5, knight a4, queen b5. Okay, so there's knight b4 here on c2. Again on c2, that's handy. Right, if I just get rid of that, that's got bishop. I think that's useful for d4. So I'm on e4 here. and it could be handy to maybe keep that pawn for a moment. Although he can take and then take on d4. I think knight f5 would have been needed if I want. Okay, knight f5. Knight e3 is interesting, taking bishop d3 to this diagonal. Knight e3 takes. I'm going to try it here for a laugh. Actually, it doesn't really do that much. I don't know why I'm getting carried away with these things sometimes. Bishop f3, is that at all? Is this at all dangerous? Go for g4 here. He's going to take here. What about this manoeuvre kind of thing? Would that give anything? Okay, I'll stop with f4. If I can play f4, okay, there's no check, I might get my material back. I don't know if it had some shock value to play knight e3, if nothing else. I've got e2 coming up. Let's check here. Maybe queen c3. Maybe not. Alright, so bishop d3 finally. It's bishop g6 on rook e2. And another rook and pawn ending. Totally unideal for war zones. This kind of stuff. Okay. Rojak's ahead. Can I get any quick wins, I wonder? Ah, that helps. Okay, fear factor or something. 62 have now entered. I wonder how this YouTube upload's doing. Okay, I think it might have, I don't know, it might have uploaded. I'll gambit here. Okay, so f6 coming up. And now what? Pin this guy. Okay. There's no bishop d5 just yet. Okay, so knight e5 or bishop f3, I think. Knight e5 covers g6. So I'm going to be damaging the old pawn structure here. Ah. Okay. Nothing too clever, I think. Either. This is a bit of a loose piece, but I don't know how to exploit it at the moment. Queen f4, bishop g3. There's queen f5 there for bishop h2. This is unprotected. Okay. Okay, is it queen f? Oh, it's queen f2 almost. Oh, bishop h2, queen h5 is on this one and this one. I've actually won a game, a miracle. It's the first game I've really sort of won somehow. Without, I don't know, yep. But Rojak's up there, totally. How has he played 16 games? Oh, unbelievable. Okay. I'll try and go for the centre here. Bishop e5 and queen a4, technical moves which try and exploit the king in the centre still. I don't know if knight f5 is any good here. Takes bishop c6, but takes I get the light square bishop. Okay, that's fine. Maybe even knight h4 is plausible. g4 next. Pin here. Go back on these light squares after. Bishop c4. Bishop e6. He's on my rook now. He's just won this piece. If I take here, that avoids losing too much material. Okay, I don't want all the files opened up, particularly. This knight could be dangerous somewhere. Something like f3 and h3 or... Okay, at least my king's not getting immediately mated. In fact, f4 might be interesting. It's king safety. Okay, time to panic now. What about just queen d1, just try and get rid of the queens. And king h1 after. And knight e4 might be some compensation for the pawn. So if queen moves back, okay, I'll take this off. And then king h1 or king f2. So I'm threatening knight h5. Maybe this one, knight f6. Or knight f4. We can't touch h5 right now, so maybe king f3 to follow. The light square's okay. Oh. Did I just blunder a piece? Muppets. Oh man. Totally unnecessary to blunder that piece. Ouch. So f6 is a target. I think king h2 at some point. Oh, this gets worse. Rook e5 is almost threatened. He's got 30 seconds to finish me off. And that's a good move again. 27 seconds. Oh, gold. f6. Just about. Ah. I'm losing yet another piece. He's only got 16 seconds though on the bright side. 13. Does he make with knight, bishop and rook here? Very, very quickly in 9 seconds. That's the question. Probably. Yep. Oh, that was a disaster. Okay, button variation. I don't want to play it quick. I've played c5 recently and it was a disaster because of d5. My opponent's played extremely thematically so far. This is quite good, it seems, for white. Okay, I'm going to try and get in these dark squares. Right, so weaken a little bit the dark squares. F3 is a little bit of a target. So what happens now? Can I not just take here? Take on D5? Is that terrible? Something like Queen D6, Rook D8, Knight A4 looks dangerous. Still, I think Knight A4 is going to be dangerous at some point. Just Knight E4, just on F2. Okay. These pawns, I think, are cool. Try and get F4 so I don't lose F5 too quickly. E4 is protected. I'm on H2 as well. So I think E3 here. And then okay, the opposite coloured bishop, and then I'll play E2 anyway for a moment. So I'm threatening to take on queen if knight E1 does bishop. Okay. Get this piece. Right, still up there, but I don't like a lot of the games. But anyway, can I get any good games from here on in? Did I need to play, is this passive? I'll just get the F4 square. That'd be useful for, say, bishop C4, say. Doesn't matter if he gives me E5 control and gives up the dark square bishop. So something like, well, check here, it opens up this diagonal. Queen H6, so on that rook. Castling queenside is also looking pretty tasty. That's Knight E4 on the queen. Okay, so Knight F6 gives me Rook E1, Bishop E6. I'm not sure. I think Knight G5 keeps the pressure. So I'm threatening all sorts, like Rook E1, which might be possible here, but I'll reserve that just in case. So Knight E6 is threatened on Bishop E6, just queen in the centre. Alright, I can take my time over that, munching that queen. Queen G6 will be fun. Okay. He's resigned that. So, for 23 minutes to go. Roget's just flying away. The others are catchable, I think. Aha! Someone who might have dropped out. Yeah. Right. So. Will this be a nifty Grand Prix attack or not with F5, Bishop G5? Oh, that looks tempting for rupturing the diagonal. Or giving that double pawns don't look too good, but is it good? Okay. Queen g3 on knight g6. My threatening bishop c7, double rooks. d5 could be a problem, knight h4 could be a problem. This bishop's kind of blocked in. Okay, so we have a situation where rook e8 wins the queen as well for 2 rooks. It's not worth it here. The knight goes to let's say to h3 to take on f4. So knight, I don't know if this knight crawls along here. Queen f5 is also an idea. Any rook invasion doesn't seem that great at the moment. I think it's g3 just in case. This diagonal doesn't open up anytime soon, I hope. Okay, so knight f4 coming up. Just try and get rid of that dark square bishop. So you want to take there. Okay, so I can take on d4 potentially without getting hopefully slaughtered yet on the g file. I don't know, rook e6 might be safer for rook f6. Okay, there's queen d4 as well. Go for this f6 somehow. Intriguing. So is rook e8 on the cards? No, not yet. Nope. Rook e7, probably not. Rook d6, probably not. Let's just move this back for a moment. Protect the queen and the diagonal. I'm going to solidify this before I get in big trouble. I think rook e8 round about here. Oh, 39 seconds, hang on. Very short on time. Is rook f6 coming up? Nope. Okay, queen h6, is that move? No, he's repulsed my attack completely. Pre-move territory. g4, is that going to be handy? He's got a 5-second advantage. I'll play rook f for queen f6. 2-second advantage. What does he play to defend? Plays f5, queen g5. Oh no, why did I do that? Oh! What a waste of time that was. Ouch! How did I allow his pawn? Oh man. Okay, Shigorin. Great. Let's try a winnower against Shigorin. Try and develop this queen's bishop. Okay, so 95 here. Try and get rid of this pesky knight. I think I've got a reasonable position. Is knight c3 plausible? Try and undermine the centre. He takes on b7. Oh, queen d4 is fun. Maybe. What about rook g4? Okay. Okay, offering bishop and rook. He's got queen c8 coming as well. Probably not the best idea, because bishop d2 I can't see how my attack progresses after that. There's rook g5, I suppose. Queen c8 check, queen c7. That extinguishes everything as well. It just takes a lot of material down for nothing. Or a rook down or something. With some centre pawns. Interesting how he kept the queens on, so that gives me some chances like knight d7 now. To develop pieces. Mind you, queen c3 is a bit of a pain. That's a check as well. That gets the queens off. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm too much material down. That was horrible. Okay. Blimey, what is this? Surprise opening. So how come scoring's did he enter late or something? Some reason I got a reasonable score even despite the disasters. I think is F5 actually threatened here? Don't need that even. Okay. Interesting. This game is slow motion and strange at the same time. So is knight b5 not a good idea? Bishop d4 after. Or d4 in fact. On queen b6 something d4. There's knight c7 as well. We'll win the rook. Put the knight back on e6 or something. Slow motion. Okay, what about d4? Is that a good move here? Get a lot of these pawns going. I think it's time for him to resign. I think he's played too recklessly, even more recklessly than me in the previous game, which takes some doing. I have to get rid of this guy. Oh, okay. Slow motion game. I don't know what is good connection, don't know, weird, isn't it? So okay. Okay, so what's 1, 2, 3? Can I get anywhere from here? Tried to stay in the top 10 obviously, but okay. Maybe an elephant gambit. D4's on. I think gambit's worked. I'll go to E5 and I'll play C6. Get this pawn out of trouble. Maybe bishop E6 is desirable here. For this F file, knight G4, knight D3, I'm on F2. Knight D3 is a good pass pawn anyway. Undoubles the pawns. I can take here. Isn't that winning material almost? Because it's knight hanging. Knight D3, okay. Okay, good stuff. Has resigned. That helps. All helps. 10:46. Okay. Need some quick wins. Ah, interesting. Going bishop B5 could be dangerous. E5 in mind, or my queen isn't ideally placed. Mind you, now this C6 is a problem potentially. A8's loose, so bishop D7, knight D7. Okay. No big deal. Knight D5 would have held his king in the centre for a moment. Unless he wants to lose E7. As knight C7 potentially. Winning this one, knight C7. I don't think bishop G5 does anything there. And bishop B4 to knight C5. It's getting out of trouble here. Mind you, this it's got pressure on the B file now. That bishop looks really quite good. Actually, queen E5 is almost winning. I've got to stop the queen and bishop coordinating. Hopefully, shut down this. Okay, he's not giving me an easy time here. Okay. Okay, if I stop these breaks and try for rook E8. Or rook C1, queen C5. Or just actually rook E7 would be probably a good idea. Or queen D6 just to get the queens off here. Taking the rook. Right, so if I play for A4 now, to win at A5, that'll be something. C4. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to win c5 soon. Play for c6. Okay, I'm not making that much progress that quickly. So this is all going to be in the last few minutes, 7 minutes to go. We get other kind of defense. Yeah, shows he's not having a good tournament or something. Try and control these central squares at least in this gambit. Okay. Bishop f4 is good in here, isn't it? Or not, as the case may be. Right. I'm trying for queen b5 on bishop e4, is that any good? Double again. Shiz is a player that has beaten me a few times in the past. There's a time I was dreading to play him. This could be one of them. Try and weaken this structure in the centre. Don't know if that really helps. I'll try and go for his g3 pawn at some point. He's a bit short on time now, so I've got this g3 pawn with h pawn. So I want to keep the clock advantage going. It's about 9 seconds. Oh, I meant that would be check. Let me go for this b2 pawn here, play c5 and stuff. Ah. Oh no. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do any of that. Oh, b4's going to be mating. I can get out of this for a moment. This knight can come. So bishop c3 here. Uh-oh, a6. I don't know how I can stop a6. rook g2 to a2. I'll throw this as a pre-move. Oh, terrible. for this H7. Cheapo. Oh, thankfully, needed a quick win there. 2 minutes to go. Didn't make much difference at all. Inferior, I think he's going to defend. F2 with Queen F3 or something. What's happening here? So, 5th at the moment. Hey? That certainly helps to get these quick mates. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, 1 minute to go. I don't think this guy's falling for it. He's 2-2-8-5. I think I'll offer him a draw. Can I get a quick win for someone else? He's not accepting a draw. Mean. He's just clearly taking this game too seriously, I think, this guy. If I put a knight on g5, hope for the best. And the question becomes, how do I don't know, get mating that here? Blimey. What's going on here? I can get 3 mates in about less than 3 minutes to come first. Can I go for another quick mate? All the tournament's officially like completed and not yet. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, this is getting too funny. So there was a delay at the start, so I'm now rank 3 in this amazing tournament. I think I've got to keep the queens on for mate on h2, so if I get queen d5. Oh, the cubit's finally assigned. Can't believe it. I think I came 3rd from a ridiculously bad tournament in some games. Unbelievable. Oh well. Okay, comments or questions if I upload this on YouTube. Thanks very much.